Hi guys, so I'm back again. Again doing the home Craftology Hogwarts Crest. This is empty now, obviously. Doing the Hogwarts Crest diamond painting update. This kit is gifted from home Craftology. I will still be honest, but yes, it has been gifted. So I've done a quarter of it now. Well, ish. If you watched my unboxing video, you'll know that my plan was to split it into the individual house sections, so Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and then work on each house. So I started with Gryffindor and I have finished it. I'm going to switch to overhead camera so I can show you guys better. Right, so as you can see, I have done... It's not quite a quarter because like where this like another inch down would be a quarter, would be like a full quarter, because I folded this in half to find the well, I didn't on this one because I was basically I want to do, like I've said, I want to do each house crest as an update, but with this one I literally folded the transfer wax paper back, found where like the Gryffindor one ended and then cut it. With this one, for some reason, I just folded it in half and cut it. Don't know why. The reason the bottoms, like the bottom shields, are a bit bigger is because it goes down into the point. It's no other reason than that. But anyway, so I have done, obviously, as you can tell, the Gryffindor section. It is amazing. It is super sparkly, as you can see. I had there's been quite a few rivers on this, but like I've mentioned before, that is not a home Craftology issue. That is a double-sided adhesive issue. It doesn't matter, like tape, it doesn't matter where you buy it from. If it's double-sided tape, you will get a river. All you have to do is get a really sharp craft knife. I've got a really sharp one actually, and just literally slice it. You don't want to put too much pressure or you'll cut through the canvas. Like feeling this, I was cutting quite hard and I'm just feeling underneath and it hasn't gone through the canvas at all. So just bear in mind that pressure, like be gentle with your pressure, don't put too much, but obviously you're going to need enough to cut through. Like I said in my unboxing video, it's kind of like when you do wallpapering and you've got a bubble and you pop it and then you kind of push the air out. So one thing I like to do with like my diamond paintings is tape the edges. There's always going to be a bit of overspill from the canvas. I mean, you can see where the canvas lines are. If you just literally tape it off outside of those lines, it means your arm's not going to stick to the edge, or like I found that if a drill was going missing, it was because it was stuck to the edge, or it, you know, just if I was like shaking the tray, sometimes the tray would stick. It's personal preference, but I like to just use masking tape or washi tape to tape it off, so that's not an issue. But yeah, I love the detail on this. I think it looks incredible. Like I said, this is a 50 by 60, so this is about 25 centimeters wide. I'm gonna find out exactly how many diamonds are in this painting. Well, it'll probably be when I've done the Hufflepuff section, because I'm doing Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, then Ravenclaw, so I'll be able to count across the top and then count down the side nicely when the Hufflepuff section's done. I found this really quick to do actually, because there's not a lot of confetti. So obviously you've got confetti here in the lion's mane and on his body and that, but when you've got the red, you're literally just filling it in. Same with the white. This isn't a partial, this is a full drill. So all this white background is drills. You can kind of see it shimmering there. So I think this is absolutely stunning. I'm not going to lie, I finished this yesterday, late yesterday or something, and I've already started on the Slytherin section. because obviously it was night time. I couldn't come and do a video then, but I didn't want to put it down. So I have started the slivering section. I'll give you a little sneaky peek. So yeah, it already looks incredible. The printing on the canvas is great. I'm going to put a picture over there of what it looks like up close, so you can see. If I am using a light pad underneath, not because the printing's not clear enough or anything, purely because I actually find it easier to differentiate the colours, so I find it quicker to do. So like all these squares don't just have symbols, they're obviously colour coded as well, like to kind of match loosely the shade of the drill that goes on. So like I said, I put the light pad underneath and I find it easier to differentiate between the colours. So I'm finding I'm doing it a lot quicker, and I'm not having that issue where you're like, oh, I've done them all, and then 2 minutes you're going for another colour and then you see a whole like group of 5 that you've not done or something, and you know, then you have to go back. And so I'm finding that helps a lot. I'm really pleased with the symbols they've used, because none of them are similar. I mean, the S and the 5 are kind of, you think they're similar, but they're not, in the fact that the S is this colour. This, I think it's 939. And the 5 is like a grey or something, a light grey. So the colours are completely different, and the S is printed in white on a dark background, and the grey is black on a lighter grey background. So it's not like you can't distinguish between them like that. So they've used, like I said before, up here you've got the legend bit, you've got numbers 1 to 8, then you've got capital A, capital C, capital D, F, G, H, J, K, N, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and then you've got a diamond shape, a hash symbol, an ampersand, a question mark, and then a diagonal downward stroke. So you haven't got an I, because that would match the 1. You haven't got a B, because that would be conflicting with the 8. There's, do you know what I mean? You haven't got an O, because that could conflict with, like I've seen some people say, oh, it conflicts with the D or whatever. So they've put a lot of thought into this. The print is a lot better. I did see in their Facebook group that Chris, the CEO, said they have updated their printers and stuff. So what I'm going to do is, one of my biggest gripes with the Hogwarts big one that I did first was, hang on, I'll just scroll. Sorry about that, I had to go and find my dog. He was up to the mischief, basically. So yeah, basically one of my biggest gripes with the big Hogwarts one that I did first was it was so minuscule. It was the printing inventory list. So I found that it was quite hard to read it was really hard to read the symbols. Just on the canvas, completely fine. Just on the inventory list, which could be down to the printer, the paper, the not right settings and all that. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It's printed up there anyway and stuff like this. It wasn't completely unreadable. It just wasn't as clear as I would have liked. But with this one, the actual inventory list is so much clearer. So I'm going to put pictures here comparing 2 lists, because I have kept the Hogwarts one because I wanted to highlight this. But yeah, so I think it looks great so far. I haven't, like I said, there's been some rivers, but that's not really a problem with this kit. I haven't had much. I've had like 2 trash drills in the whole of this section. Trash drills are basically where you've got like a little bit missing or an extra bit, or do you know what I mean, where they're like you cannot physically use them. So I've only had 2 in the whole of obviously this and that so far. So that's really good, because I've seen some companies and they give you an extra, some companies give you like an extra 30% than what you need, and you still end up needing more because there's so many that you just can't use. So I'm really pleased with that. Like I said, this is a really quick one and it's quite easy, so it'd be perfect for a beginner because it's a nice size, the 50 by 60. So you're going to get the detail, which I think is really important with these. I'm pretty sure people say that square gives you more detail than round, like the actual drills. I just don't like the thought of circles, so I've never done one, the round drills. Purely because when you put 4 circles, like one in each corner kind of thing, like you'd be doing with this, you end up with like a diamond shape in the middle that's like blank, which would just be canvas. So I don't really have any desire to, you know, have that. And I have obviously seen a lot of people saying that, you know, oh, it's like not as clear as I want it, blah blah blah. So 50 by 60, this seems a good size. I know it might be daunting if it's your first one, but the good news is that, like I said, the confetti is really only in the shading. All of this is just, I've done this so quick just with a multi-placer. I had a 3-placer, I done it. Every other line I done, and then I filled it in so it all matches up nicely. I must admit, I really do love the shading on this and how it's come out. Seriously, this mane is incredible. I cannot wait to see it all done now. I'm so excited. So yeah, if you want more updates on progress, I'll be posting them on Instagram in my stories and a couple on my grid. Once again, this kit is gifted. I am their brand ambassador. I'm their Craftology superstar, however you want to look at it. But I am going to always be honest. That is one of my sticking points. I will not, I'm not one of them people that will, you know, say something's good if it's not, because I don't think that gets us anywhere in life. So yeah, I'm just making this as clear as possible that this was a gifted kit, but obviously, you know, if you've seen me, you know, post pros and cons before. So I don't know what to say. I'm looking at this and I'm once again, much like I was with the Hogwarts one, I'm just mesmerised by how sparkly it is. I mean, look at that sparkle. Like, I seriously cannot I'm already excited about getting this framed and put on the wall. So thanks for watching, guys. You'll see this and you'll see this project again when the slivering section is complete. I'm going to bring a little magic to your homes with these videos. Lockdown's been hard on a lot of us here in the UK. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys.